And now I'm going to introduce our speaker for this evening. Her name is Jasmine Alsarraj. As an engineer with a passion for serving multicultural communities, Jasmine has drawn to Empower Me's vision on making energy choices more accessible for everyone. Joining Empower Me as our Arabic energy mentor, Jasmine brings in depth knowledge and volunteer experiences in immigrant serving environment. Jasmine holds a Bachelor of Chemical Engineering from the University of Technology, Iraq. In her free time, she volunteers with organizations such as Calgary Immigrant Women Association, Brown Bagging for Calgary Kids, and Calgary Catholic Immigrant Society. So with that, we welcome Jasmine and her presentation.
Hi everyone, my name is Jasmine. I'm here just to make sure that we will go through some tips, some resources that it will help you how you can save energy, save money. So thanks all of you for being here and showing your an interest in saving energy, money, and make sure your home more comfortable and more safe. Before we will begin, just maybe you will expect that what you will learn from this session. So from this session, you will understand how you can read your energy bill, where the money is going, and how you can use less energy in your home, and how to make sure your home more comfortable and more safe. This session is free because of our sponsor, which they are City of Calgary, IPCOR, and Forces Alberta. So why we should save energy? Although we will save money, but what else we can get from that? So the simple answer for that question that we will get higher quality of life and we will lower the greenhouse gas emission. So we will be less staying in our natural resources. So we will get healthier planet for the next generation. So the first question here, so maybe you can use just the chat box and answer your question there. So what do you think, where the money goes in your bill? Is it the laundry, refrigerator, the heating system, the hair dryer, or any appliance like the TV, the oven? What do you think? If you have any answer for that, just drop it to the chat box. So here's our resources from the Natural Resources Canada. It reveals that let's say this is our bill, so it goes around 63% from our bill to the space heating, and another 25% to the water heating, and 10% to all the appliance, and 3% to the lighting. So always we are wondering that just let's turn the light off, so we will save energy. So we will save money. Even though we will save, but if you see the graph, so you will see the lighting just 3%. The major parts goes to the space heating and the water heating. So we will dig there. So we will see what tips or resources that it will help you with the saving energy on this most two parts from your bill. So if you see here, like this is your house, even though maybe you are wondering your home is 100% fully sealed, but even though you will see there is some area that there is air leakages. So just we need to make sure that area we will fix it as soon as possible, because as you know that our home 100% fills with air. So let's say in winter time and you do have any hole in your walls or the foundation, so through this area, you will see that you are losing the heated water. It goes outside and replaced from the cold air. So in that case, you will keep your furnace works 100% just to cover that the air which is already goes outside. So also every house has the thermostat. Maybe you are wondering which thermostat in your home. So we do have 4 types of thermostat. Here's the traditional one, the analog one. With this one, you will see there is the dial here, so you will adjust it by yourself to the temperature you feel more comfortable. And the second type, which is the digital one, and we have the programmable one and the smart one. So what's the difference between these two? We recommend that you will use the programmable one. Why for that? As you know, the recommended temperature in your home to be like 21 Celsius. But when you are away from home, let's say for work or school, so just make sure to turn your temperature down to 17 Celsius. So, which is the good on this programmable one. You can program it as per your schedule. So let's say you are away from home from 8 at the morning till 5 in the afternoon. So by that time, just you will program it, okay, between this time and this time, just turn the temperature down to 17. And before you will get home, let's say you will get home by 5:30. So till 5, before half an hour, just turn it up to the 21. So when you will get home, it will be more and cozy. So you will see that if you schedule it during the day and night, you will save energy. So it means you will save money. And during the night, when there's everyone sleeping, so also just turn the temperature to 17. So you will see, as per the programmable thermostat, it works as per your schedule. And the other one, which is smart, which is as called smart, that which with this thermostat, even though you are away from home, just you will open the app through your phone and you will adjust the temperature to turn it up or down. So sometimes, even though if you close the door or windows, you will feel like some winds or some draft coming out of the window or doors. So how you can solve that one? Just you will place the weather stripping on the door or on your windows. So how you can do that? Also simple, you do it yourself, and just make sure before you will go and buy for your windows or doors, just take picture for the doors and windows. So when you will get the store, you will have what kind of doors or window you have it in your home. So I'll play this video so you will see how you can do it by yourself.
If your doors and windows have small gaps and cracks around the edges, your home might feel drafty during colder months. To keep the heat in and cold out, install weather stripping to block out those drafts. Foam weather stripping creates a firm seal around doors and windows. To install, start by cleaning the surface around your doors and windows so that the tape adheres properly. Then, measure the edges where you're going to apply the tape and cut the tape to those lengths. Apply the adhesive side to the outer edges of your door or window. If you're not sure, just remember that the sticky side of the tape should be facing the outside of your house. V-seal weather stripping works in the same way. Just fold the middle of the tape to get the V shape and apply it to the edges of your doors and windows, just the same as the foam weather stripping. The V-seal should compress when you close the door or window so that it blocks the air from flowing through. So if your home is a bit drafty, try doing some simple weather stripping to seal up those cracks. You'll definitely notice a change in your energy costs over time.
And here we do have 2 types of window, the single pane and the multi-pane. So which is the good one, the multi-pane, because it traps the air between the two layers. So you won't lose the warm air and it goes outside. So maybe you are wondering what type of window do you have in your home? So just simple tip, place your finger in one layer. If you see the reflection with the other layers, it means that you have the multi one, which is the good one. But if you have the single one, so it will be so expensive to replace all your windows from the single to multi one. But simple tip here that you can just place the window film in your window and it will simulate as a multi one. Also, you can do it yourself. We will play the video so you can see how you can do it.
One place you might lose a lot of heat is through the actual glass in your windows, especially during the winter months when your heating is working its hardest. One easy solution is to insulate the glass using a plastic film. Start by cleaning the window and the frame so that the glass is crystal clear. Once it's dry, apply double-sided tape along all the edges of the window frame. Then measure the height and width of the frame, adding a few extra inches on each side. Cut the film according to those measurements, keeping in mind that you're going to need those few extra inches. Start at the top of the frame and pull the film across, just enough to straighten it out without stretching it, and press the film onto the two-sided tape. Now take a hairdryer, switch it to hot, and slowly blow dry the film. Make sure you don't get too close or stay in one spot for too long, or you might damage the film. With any luck, you won't even notice the film is there, but you will notice a decrease in your energy costs.
So one more thing here, maybe you are going to place them in your all windows during the winter time, and during the summer you open the window just to enjoy the weather. So you need to do this process again with the coming season. Once you open it, so you have to do it again. And now we will go to the other second part from our build. If you remember, we said that the first one goes to the space heating, which we explained some tips about it.
Yasmin, it's hard to hear you. Can you speak up or make sure the microphone's close to your mouth?
And now we'll go to the second part from our build, which is the water heating. We do have here two types of windows, of tanks. The first one, the storage tank, which is fueled by the natural gas, and the other one, the tankless, which is operated with the electricity. So for the first one, you will see that it has a dial with 3 categories: the hot, warm, and vacation. So maybe you will be away from your home for a week or a month. So just make sure you will keep it on vacation mode, so you won't keep your tank works, which is you are away from home. And within the same times, just make sure that not just turn it off, because it will lead to have bacteria on it. So just adjust it to the vacation mode, and when you will get back, you will adjust to your temperature. The optimum temperature out of the faucet, it's recommended to be the 55 Celsius. And the other kind of tank, which is the tankless, and you will see the appliance put on your wall. So from there, you can control the temperature and the other thing that related to the tankless. The other tip here, you will see here the pipes that the water travels through them from the tank to your faucet. So also one tip here, you can place the foam so it will keep the water warm while it travels from the tank to your faucet. Now we will talk about how we can save water, and we recommend that you will adjust your showering time to 5 minutes. But even though, let's say, for example, your showering time, let's say 10 minutes. So within this 10 minutes, how the difference you can make. simple one that you see that the shower head, you do have two types of shower head, the standard one and the low flow shower head. The standard one, it's about 5 gallons per minute, and the low flow shower head, some of them 2.5 gallons per minute, and the other one is 1.4 gallons per minute. So if you don't know what kind of shower head you do have, just you will see the rate on the side. So you will see if it's 5 gallon, it means that you have the standard one. But if it's 2.5 or 1.5, it means that you have the low flow shower head. So let's say, for example, within this 10 minutes, so if you have the first one, you will consume around 50 gallons per your showering time. But if you have the low flow shower head, if it's 2.5, so you will use around 25 gallon per your showering time, and the low flow shower head you will use around 15 gallon per your showering time. So you will see the differences between them. So as per, if it's one person that he will use the low flow shower head, so he will save around 35 gallons per minute. So imagine if you have family or big family, so each one how he can save water in that case, and you will save money as well as that. Now we will talk about our safety. The first one, we will explain more about the smoke alarm. Everyone should have the smoke alarm and make sure that it works. Not just you have it, but also you have to make sure that it works. How you can test it? It's simple. You will see the button here. Just if you will press the button for 3 seconds. So if the sounds come out of it, the beep, so it means that it works. So you have to test it every month, and you have also to vacuum it. If there are if there is any dust or dirty, just make sure that you will clean it twice a year, and you will change the battery every years. And as the appliance, you will change it also every 10 years or whichever recommended in your appliance. The other thing about also our safety is the carbon monoxide detector. The carbon monoxide is dangerous for our health. So this gas, it's produced by the burning the wood, the propane, and the natural gas, which all those stuff we use them every day. So this gas, you cannot smell it, you cannot taste it. So if it's keep accumulates in your home, so it will be dangerous for our life. So just we need to make sure that we test it. Also, we have the appliance first, and usually it's installed in your sleeping area. And also you need to test it regularly, and just make sure also to replace according to the expiry date for the appliance. Even though for the lighting, we say it's only 3% from our bill, but still we can do some saving also here. So here also we have two types of lighting. So maybe you are wondering what kind of light do you have, the LED or the condensate, the traditional, the bulb. So if you don't know which one do you have, so simple tip also here, just place your finger, but don't touch the bulb. So just near the light bulb. If you feel that the heat emits out of the light, it means that you have the normal one, the traditional one. But if you feel, even if you touch the light and there is no any heat comes off the light, so it means that you have the LED one, which is the good one. Even though it's more expensive from the other type, but if you see that the lifespan for the LED light, it's around 25,000 hours. For the other lights, it was around just 1,000 light hours. So you will see the difference between them, and also the LED light more efficient because around 95% from the energy that uses by the LED light, it goes all to the lighting. So you won't feel any heat emit out the light bulb. Also about our safety, about the radon testing, this gas also it's invisible. You cannot smell it. Also, you cannot test it. So from where it comes this gas? It comes from the breakdown of uranium in your soil and rock. So it means around our houses. So this gas, if it breaks down and releases to the air, so there is no any issue. So it will be diluted with the air, and there is no any issue about our health. But this gas, if it finds there's any, as we said, any hole or space that the gas transfer from the outside to inside. Especially as you know that the air pressure inside our houses is lower than the pressure outside. It means that it draws the air inside our home. So it will come this gas inside our house. So if it's keep accumulated without noticing that, it will be dangerous for our life. So also you can test it by yourself. You can get the kit, and or if you like that to hire someone professional, you can do that. But within same times, you can do it by yourself. If you want to know more about this test, how you can do it, just go to the website. Is www.canada.ca/radon. So you will get to know more about it. Now we will explain more about our bill. I'll play this video and we will talk more about it later.
In Alberta, you have a choice of energy retailers to provide your electric power and natural gas. Energy bills from different companies may look a little different, but they all provide the same information. On the front, you'll find the name of your energy retailer and how to contact them, how much you currently owe, and when your payment is due, and a summary of new charges and recent payments. Some energy retailers even give you a graph that shows how much energy you use at different times of the year. The back shows your meter readings, rates, and any other fees or charges that were used in calculating your current bill. The two main charges are the cost of energy you consumed and the cost of delivering it to your home or business. Transmission and distribution charges pay for the costs of installing, operating, and maintaining the electrical grid and the network of pipelines and facilities that transport natural gas. Also included are non-energy charges, like administration fees for billing and customer care, rate rider charges or credits for the difference between projected and actual costs for delivering energy, and local access fees for using municipal land for power lines and pipelines. Your natural gas bill also includes the carbon levy. Visit our website to learn more about your energy bill and other utilities issues.
So let's say, for example, this bill, it comes from the provider Inmax. So on the first page, you will see your name and your address, as well as your accounting number and your current bill date. So you will see here that how much you have to pay, as well as if there is any from your previous bill.
Sorry, Yasmin, you're very quiet again.
What about now?
Better, thank you.
Thanks. So you will see here your account number and your address, as well as the other details about, let's say, how much you are consuming, because there's two main charges in your bill. The first one is for the energy charge, which is how much you consume, and the other charges for the delivering charges. You will see also there's a graph here. So you will see, like, for every month, if this arrow go up or goes down. If it goes up, it means that you are consuming more energy in that month. But if it goes down, let's say for this month, it means that you are saving energy, so you are paying less. For the second page, you will see like the other charges about your water treatment and supply, and the water waste collection and treatment, and the waste and recycling. So you will see all the details like how much you are paying and how much you are paying for the electricity, for the water, and for the waste and recycling. But still, if you do have any question for that, just go to their website and you will see all the details there. So here about the provider, maybe the time that it comes and you want to choose which provider you will go with. So here you have the choice to go with the regulated or the competitive retailer. So for the regulated rate, we do have the two options, let's say here in Calgary, for the Inmax, for the energy, and for the gas is direct energy. But still, if you want to learn more about it, just visit this website, ucahelps.ab.ca. So let's say you choose to go with the regulated one. So what the benefits and what the risks here. So let's say the first one, the benefits for the regulated retailer. So here you will always provide the current market price. What does that mean? So if the market price goes down, so in that case you will share the saving. So it means that you will pay less. And here you don't need to sign for the contract. So it means that there's no any early exit fees whenever you want to cancel the service from them. And as I mentioned that also if the price drops, so it means you will share the saving. But also as we do have some benefits, but still there is some risks here. So if you choose to go the regulated one, what does that mean? That means that this price maybe it fluctuates because of as per the current market price, and also it's not always the cheapest option. We feel that okay, the regulated it means that the cheapest one, but sometimes it won't work like that. And also you cannot bundle your services here. But if you chose to go with the competitive retailer, so what the benefits here and also what the risk is here. The benefit that let's say you choose that the fixed price, so it means that you know every month you will pay this X of amount of money for your bills. So you won't worry about the bill. It will come up or down because you know you have to pay this X amount of money. And also the competitive provider can provide you both with the electricity and the natural gas. So you can go with one provider and you can get the services for your electricity as well as the natural gas from them. The risk is here that, as we mentioned, that sometimes the price drops. So here you cannot share the saving because you have to pay the X amount of your contract. And also sometimes if you choose to end your service because before the contract date, so sometimes you have to pay fees for that one. Okay, we reached the end of our session. We will open the floor if we do have any question, as well as also maybe you remember some question or you need some clarification after that, just email me and I will get back to you as soon as possible.
Hey, Yasmin, that was a great presentation. Thank you so much. I am curious to know what sort of energy saving techniques you have applied in your own home. Have you gone ahead and done many of these?
Actually, yeah. To be honest, yeah. Some of them I came to know about it from this uh, from this works. Like say, for example, in my shower tap, I didn't notice that when I transfer the water to the showering head, but still I have some leakages, which is the water went directly to the drain, which is I haven't noticed it before. But after that, I said, come on, I have some leakages here because the water, it's already warm because I paid for the as water as well as for the warming it up. So, and this water, it goes direct to the drain. So I said, no, I have to fix that one. And the other thing, we recommend that you will keep your fan during your cooking time or your showering time, so it will circulate the air. Especially, we recommend like let's say 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening, as well as how you can during your showering time. Also, you have to open your fan. So I found that I can maybe just close all the doors. So I will trap the air in my living area and my kitchen. So I will use less energy there because I will use less time of my fun time. And also the other thing, I used to open the window because sometimes I like to have fresh air, but I found that I will keep my furnace works. So it means that I will pay more money for that one. So just make sure during the winter time, just you will close all the doors and windows so the air it will trap in your inside your house.
Awesome. Yeah, there's some automatic timers you can get for your fans, and some of the new bathroom fans are automatic even, so they can sense humidity, which is pretty neat. So you never have to turn it on yourself, but if you
Yeah,
like a nice steamy room, then you're out of luck there. Um,
yeah. But still, some of them still we have the old one, so we have to just make sure to open during the our showering time, so the humidity it won't be stuck in your home.
yeah, I think most of us are still in that flip a switch sort of situation. Um, I wonder about did we talk about washers and dryers? Because I think a dryer is the most energy consuming appliance in the household. And how about you? Do you hang your clothes out to dry, or are you a big dryer fan?
No, I rarely use my dryer because I'm trying to just hang my clothes. So you will find it from like let's say I have my washing clothes during the day, so the next day you will see your clothes it's dry and warm. But also we won't recommend it to do that during the winter because it's keep the humidity inside your house. So just we recommend that just make sure that it's full load when you open your dryer or even your with the cloth washing machine. Just also make sure that it's full and you use the cold water instead of the warm water, so you will save energy here. And there is some detergent it's used specifically for the cold water, so just make sure that you use the cold water plus the detergent which is specific for the cold water, so it works the same as if you use the warm water, but you will save energy here as well as.
Very cool. I heard that when you air dry your clothes, it it lets a lot of humidity off. So if your house is dry, maybe that's a good way to make your house a little bit more humid if you're suffering from a dry home. You can hang your clothes up in your bedroom, and then you'll have a nice atmosphere before for sleep or something.
Yeah, that's
Um,
great.
we have a question here. I don't know if you know the answer. Do you know if televisions use a lot of energy?
As per the Natural Resources Canada, it reveals that our all appliance it's just 10% from our bill. So it means that the TV is part of one of them.
Yeah. Um, I participated in the Energy Efficiency Alberta program where they came to my house and they changed all my light bulbs and they gave me low flow everything. Um, so you can change the little aerator thing in your faucet.
Yeah.
So mine went from 2.3 gallons to 1.5. Same with the shower head. And then what was also interested is for the TV, they had a very special power bar, and this power bar was activated by your remote control. And why that's important? Can you talk about phantom load? Do you know about that? Can you explain that to everyone?
Uh, no, to be honest, I don't. I can get back to you about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
So phantom load. So basically, whenever anything electronic is plugged into the wall outlet, if it's directly plugged in, even when it's not on, there's energy going into it. Usually, like there's a little light. I learned that your microwave, the clock on your microwave uses as much energy to power that clock for its lifespan as you will when you actually use the microwave. So
Oh,
the phantom load can actually make a significant difference on your energy bill. So for a, for items you don't use too often, if you get a power bar and then turn it off when you're done, it cuts the power to all of those devices and it kills that phantom load.
oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, we recommend that if you have any appliance which is you are not using it, just unplug that appliance because it keeps that consuming energy, which is you are not using that.
Yeah, so TVs can use a lot of energy. Um, like Yasmin said, there's Energuide ratings or Energy Star ratings for a lot of appliances, so you can look into that for your TVs. I know I did a lot of research about that when I got my TV, and the answer was the lowest consuming flat screen TV is an LED at 32 to 42 inches. Once you go past that size, then the amount of energy it consumes is greater. So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, because like the companies right now, they are trying to make their appliance less consuming. So whenever you are just buying a new TV or a new appliance, just make sure that it's consumed less energy.
and then we have a question here. I'm not sure if you know the answer. How do Albertan homes different from homes elsewhere in the world in terms of energy needs?
It depends. Like I don't know if you want to compare with the other places, but for here, like you'll see some of the houses, especially that the new brand, the new building, that they want to make sure that it's fully sealed. So you want to make your furnace works 100% because the walls or the windows, the doors, it's fully sealed, so you will use less energy in that case. But if I want to compare it with the other in the world, I don't know about that.
Well, you went to school in Iraq.
Yeah, I
Do you
do.
think people in Canada and Alberta use more energy than maybe you did when you were living there?
uh, I think so because the weather is different from here and there. Here it's too cold, so it means that you will use more energy, and especially the winter time here, it's around 6 months. If you
Mhm.
compare it with the Middle East, there it's just roughly it will be 3 months. So it means that if you compare the furnace here and there, you will see we will consume less than here. And Also, even here you will see some of the people they trying to adapt to the some tips or some resources so they can use less of the energy in their homes. Some of them you will see maybe they don't know about, let's say, the window film or the window the weather stripping. So maybe when the people they will get to use for that, maybe they will see the difference. And maybe some of the people just they will wonder, oh, we have the single pane window, which is it will be more expensive for us if we change it. But simple thing that just make the window film and it works and simulates the same as the multi one.
I'd like to talk to you about like some old school techniques of like heating and cooling. So I think these are pretty neat. And I'll would you want to touch on that, or could I talk about it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So because the question here is about screen doors. It's the question is just, do screen doors help? So not in the winter, I think I would say. No, don't use your screen door in the winter. Your house will get cold. So in the summertime, yeah, screen doors can be useful. They can bring in drafts and they can cool your house if it's hot.
Yeah.
If the sun's out, you should put up your blinds over your windows. That will reduce the amount of heat coming into your house. When it's nighttime, open those blinds and open the windows, and you'll get a nice cool draft, and you'll be able to cool your house. If you're an air conditioner user, this is something I want to ask you. Are you a ceiling fan, a fan person, or are you a fan of the fan, or are you an air conditioner user?
Not the fan, and especially the windows during the summer times. Just I like to just open the windows, and as you say, the doors. If you have the screen there, and I know I don't. Maybe last summer I opened my air conditioner maybe 2 times, 3 times, and out of them, because my friend came home visit me in my house, so they said it's hot, so just open the air conditioner. But
Hmm.
for me, yeah, just I open the windows, and more than enough. I feel that.
Cool. I've got a very aggressive strategy where I've got a ceiling fan. I don't have an air conditioner,
No, okay,
and and I don't really want one, but I've got a ceiling fan. I've got a one of those big box fans. I put that in my window at nighttime, so it's blowing cool air into the house. And even sometimes if you take a cold, wet cloth, you drape it over your fan,
okay,
it cools the water. There's some products that are trying to emulate this. There there's a contest recently called the World Cooling Prize, and it's just the air conditioners end up being one of the biggest consumers of electricity in the summertime. Um, you can really see like the consumption of electricity going way up when there's spikes in the heat. So so all of these big institutions are saying we need to invent a air conditioner that uses less electricity. Um, so
yeah, it depends on the people. Like, let's say for my friend, he has 3 fans like you in his bedroom, just in his bedrooms, and he used to open the air conditioner during the summer. So when we compared my bill with his bill, he's he's he way away from my bill because he used to open the air conditioner every day. So yeah, it will make difference if you use just the natural, just open your doors, your window, and let the draft come inside your house instead of just using the air conditioner. But some of the people they are fan of using the air conditioner, so just open it. Let's say 1 hour, 2 hours, so it will make different, and just turn it off after that.
yeah, and if you can, if you have the ability to open a window or a door at either side of your house, you get like this nice through draft that can cool you down too. But we're still in the winter, so maybe we should talk more about
Yeah.
reducing energy consumption in the winter. And I know you talked about programmable thermostats and smart thermostats, and you talked about weather stripping and the the
Window
um,
film. Yeah.
window film. And have you tried window film?
For
Or
me, no, because I'm renting my apartment, so I have to get permission to do that. And especially I have just two small windows, so it won't be worth it. Especially for me, I have the multi pane, which is the good one, so I don't need to have the window film on that. But if I have the single pane, yeah, sure, I will go to my leasing office. I'll get the permission to do that.
I've got dual pane. I do the I
You
do the
did?
window film anyways. Yeah, it makes a difference. It's really
It does. Yeah.
it's really significant. So it's really nice. Where when it's cold, it almost feels like there's a draft coming through the windows, even though it's just that's how extreme the temperature difference is. Because I
Yeah.
think a two-paned window has like an insulation value of like 2 or 3, which is really low when you think that your wall has an insulation value of like 20 or more, 24. So it's like 10 times less insulation in a window.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's still the multi one, it traps the air in between, so you don't have any air escapes from outside to inside. But still, as you mentioned, some of the nights, which is the cold, very cold, extreme cold. So even though the multi one, it won't work.
Hmm. How else can we save energy around the house?
How,
Let's, oh, are apartments warmer than, we got a new question. Are apartments warmer than single family homes? And that's, and are they more efficient maybe?
yeah, and maybe they use more the window insulation, so maybe it's gonna be warmer than the houses. And also maybe because the apartments, if you compare it with the house, so it will be quite smaller than the houses, so it will be easier to warm it up if you compare it with the houses. But still, maybe that house, it's built maybe before 20 years or more, so still they are not efficient if you compare them with the apartments.
Right. Yeah. Having any sort of shared wall can really be a benefit. And I've lived in several apartments in my life, and sometimes as a student, if the people below me were a little excessive with their heating, I knew I could drop my heating down, and that would save me some money. So I've done that a couple times, and
You have
yeah,
experience.
and I've lived in apartments where I couldn't control my own temperature in my own apartment. So certainly in that situation, much warmer. I had to open windows in the middle of the winter time.
No, don't do that.
Um,
You will encourage the people to do that now.
yeah, um, we've talked a lot about energy efficient buildings today, and there's an interesting building in Edmonton. It's a 17 unit building, and it's net zero, so it has all of the solar panels. It has a geo exchange system, so air is constantly heated by the temperature of the earth, so steady 8 degrees throughout the year. And then people also have air source heat pumps, And when people were moving into these homes, this was a special apartment unit in Edmonton. It was designed for refugees coming from I, I don't know where. I'm not
Everywhere.
gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
everyone. Yeah.
but I guess they didn't get a proper primer on how to control all of these systems, because there's one centralized system for this geothermal system, but then everyone's allowed to manipulate the temperature for their own unit. So um, some people turned their temperature like to what was comfortable for them, like 22, 20, but they didn't have any way of accounting for the heat from the geothermal heat pump. Um, so they were opening windows. They didn't know what to do. Um, so you can be too efficient,
Yeah.
and maybe too smart sometimes with your building. So you need to make sure people know how to use everything properly.
Exactly. Yeah. They have to, like, when the people they came, they are new and they came, they have to be educated about that, especially when you say refugee. So they are coming from every everywhere. So maybe they do have a different system from here. So they have to know about it. So this is what we are doing, is that we educate the people through our workshops. So we do have team works in Edmonton, so they go through all the details for the Edmonton, the rebate, how the resources there, as well as we are doing here in Calgary.
So I think we're almost done, and I want to touch base on solar, because we're Solar Alberta. We talk about solar energy a lot, and there's this interesting thing with installing solar on an existing building where you can only install as much solar as energy you've used. So some people, I have heard, will, in anticipation of getting solar, consume much more electricity for 1 year so that they can increase the size of the solar array that they put on their building. And then they implement as many energy efficiency uh, tricks, techniques, and appliances that as they possibly can. And then they get to sell more energy back to the electricity grid, and they can make money faster. And after you pay off your solar array, you can start making some money. I've heard of one house. It was a new building, and they were making $2,000 a month in the summertime.
Wow, that's
So
interesting. Yeah.
so the things you know, it's all about your goals, and if energy efficiency and techniques to kind of reduce your consumption are the goals, uh, don't do that.
You're right, 100%.
Yeah, well, I want to thank you very much, Yasmin, for your presentation this evening. I want to let everyone know that we'll be posting it on our website, so you can refer to it there if you want. And I want to also just mention that on our FeedLoop platform, you can check out the exhibitor hall and see a variety of companies. You can leave them a message, and there'll be people attending them live on Saturday, so you can have video chats or chat with them. And then you can network with people about topics you're interested in the networking area. We have several groups, so you can find people who are passionate about the same thing. And tomorrow at the Solar Show is our day dedicated to solar energy. So we're kicking it off with a Alberta-based podcast called Climate versus Energy, and they're talking about Alberta and solar developments in the province. So that will be uh, pretty informative, I think. It's a really
Yeah,
good podcast.
yeah, sounds good. Yeah, we will make sure that we will attend that event. And even though maybe you are new to that event, but still you will get some new information maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks so much, Yasmin, and thank you everyone for attending. Hope to see you at a future solar show event.
Thank you. Thanks everyone to attend, and hope that you learn something new and some tips or resource, and it will help you if you apply it to your home. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.